By the time the signal leaves the controller, it's in stereo and it can be routed to more effects or passed on to the noise reduction. Oh, noise reduction. All lab systems are studio quiet. Through thorough research, design, and interfacing, all ground loops, preamp noise, and effect noise have been totally eliminated. At this stage of a lab system, we feature the punch and clarity of a tube power amp. Clean and efficient power is the key to reproducing all that has been created in the system. And now let's move on to what sets the lab systems and their gear apart from the rest. If you look inside the back of a lab system, you won't find any spaghetti or a cord jungle. All wiring is clean, hospital grade and military spec, with all AC and audio lines separated and all cables tied and stayed to the walls of the rack. Only the finest connectors and Mogami studio cable are used to interface the gear. Options on a lab system include True Diversity wireless systems that feature RF noise reduction and multiple channels, and patch bays too, so any piece in the rack can be accessed for outboard recording use. Add power conditioners, direct balanced outputs, remote wireless antennas, vents, and fan panels, and you have got a complete lab system. At Lab, we offer an extensive choice in rack cases, from the smallest to the largest, shock-mounted to stackable. Rack cases are more than just storage boxes, by the way. They're the protectors and insurance for your gear. We feature several options that allow you to choose between size, price, and durability. The basic small ATA effects rack features ABS and wood construction with recessed and twist lock hardware. These are best suited for stationary applications. For larger around town or touring systems, we recommend a shock-mounted style case. A shock-mounted case features one box within a box surrounded by compressed foam. Recessed locking hardware and casters are standard on all shock mount racks. Now available from Mesa Boogie are the new Sus4 shock racks, which feature Formica and wood laminate boxes, flush mount covers, and dependable Boogie construction. These racks are very clean looking and very affordable. At Lab Systems, we also have our own line of rack cases. They feature full foam shock mounting, front and rear rails, flush fitting covers, and they are very heavy duty. The Lab cases are covered in a durable felt and nylon covering, and they're trimmed with aluminum channeling too. But wait, it doesn't stop here, because Lab is concerned about the entire system. From your guitar and pickups to the rack, effects, and power, we need to talk speaker cabs and speakers. You know, Lab features a variety of cabinet sizes, designs, and speaker options to fit your needs. With Mesa Boogie's unique half-back cabinet design and mixed speaker enclosures, we can match playing style with sound requirements. Designed for both studio and stage applications, the Boogie cabs are the perfect marriage between efficient design and important road durability. So, what is a rack system? It's a complete thought, one that starts with your head and your hands and ends in your ears, just like you dreamed it would sound. The rack system concept evolved out of the LA studio scene a few years ago, when producers found they could hire one guitar player to sound like any number of others at the touch of a foot switch. From rock to jazz, country to metal, all tones, textures, and styles could be covered by one guy at one session. Players discovered they could get more gigs and money because they could get any sound for any reason. So, the words sound good. Now let's hear the gear. Presenting a Lab Systems rack. What we're about to demonstrate is just a small sample of the versatility and flexibility of a Lab system. Now, these are just starting points. They can be fine-tuned, tweaked, and EQ'd to give you the signature sounds on which you can build a career. All sounds created in these demos were done with a Tom Anderson guitar featuring ultrasonic pickups. This program was made by combining a clean preamp with a compressor, panning chorus, and small plate reverb into a tube power amp. The amp drives two single 12-inch cabs with EVM 12Ls. It's the LA Funk Tone. Tight, snappy, and bell-like tones that ring with definition and cut with precision. From here, we'll go to bigness. A breezy ballad program with dynamic panning delay, subtle chorus, and a rich hall reverb. From the last patch, we've changed EQ, chorus, added delay, and changed reverb types in just a single footstep. Listen to the textures. The strength of any rack system lies in the programming. Utilizing processors to create textures instead of burying the guitar in effects. You know, Lab has developed special software and refined a library of effect programming that, when combined in a large system, creates sounds, not mush. Just listen. Yet another clean sound. Maximizing the ground you can cover with pickups and preamps and effects. Same guitar, same rack, different gig. Please yourself by pleasing the band, the producer, or the client. Now let's talk some dirt. Screaming leads, crunchy rhythms, and the tones you will want to own. We're going to start with a basic crunch rhythm that has nothing on it except a little warm hall reverb. We call it Captain Crunch. Now let's listen to the Hollywood version. We've changed EQ, chorus, added delay, and changed reverb types in just a single footstep. But wait, what was the funk sound? Let's step back and see. Now, what you just heard was one example of how you can switch between radically different sounds upon the step of a foot switch. Let's continue walking through the example sounds by listening to some lead patches. This program was created by starting with an overdrive side of the tube preamp mixed with an effect called dynamic delay and a long haul reverb. As you'll hear, it doesn't take much to get a fat sound. In our last patch, we'll use everything in the rack to demonstrate how proper staging, programming, and balance of levels can be musical, and not drowning the guitar in a sea of useless effects. Those were just 8 programs out of a possible 128, using different preamps, effects programs, combinations of effects and textures at the single step of a foot switch. From funk to metal, standards to blistering leads.